Jannik calls out Grand Slams for snubbing prize money concerns despite letters. Private meetings with Coco, Gauff and others. Jannik has spoken out sharply against tennis's most powerful tournaments. He has accused the 4 Grand Slams of ignoring repeated requests from top-ranked players for fairer prize money distribution and better welfare benefits for lower-ranked professionals. The Italian tennis star criticized the Grand Slam organizers for failing to engage in discussions that players believe are vital for the sport's future health and fairness. Jannik takes aim at Grand Slam's unwillingness to engage with players. The dispute, ongoing through 2025, centers on how tennis' biggest tournaments distribute their massive revenues. According to The Guardian, the Grand Slam events rejected detailed proposals from the world's top 10 male and female players for fairer prize money and welfare reforms in August. Their request for a meeting during the US Open was also declined. Tournament officials reportedly said they could not hold substantive talks until a separate legal case involving the Professional Tennis Players Association, PTPA, was resolved, citing ongoing negotiations over the global calendar and the proposed premium tour. Expressed frustration with what he described as a lack of urgency from the sport's richest tournaments. "We had good conversations with the Grand Slams at Roland Garros and Wimbledon, so it was disappointing when they said they cannot act on our proposals until other issues are resolved," told The Guardian. "Calendar and scheduling are important topics, but there is nothing stopping the slams from addressing player welfare benefits like pensions and healthcare right now." The 24-year-old further emphasized that the major tournaments generate most of the revenue in tennis, and therefore should make a fair contribution to support all players. Added, "We want to work together with the slams to find solutions that are good for everyone in tennis." How did and fellow stars launch their collective push for change? The players' main concern comes down to numbers. They argue that the Grand Slams distribute too little of their revenue as prize money, around 12% to 15%, compared to 22% at ATP and WTA events like Indian Wells and the Italian Open, where both tours pay equally. Wimbledon's 2024 prize pool of $66.3 million made up only 12.3% of its $539.2 million revenue. Although the total rose 7% this year to $70.3 million, most of the increase went to semi-finalists and champions. and Iga Swiatek each earning $4.05 million, while early round players saw just a modest 5% bump. The standoff began in March when the top 10 men's and women's players, including Carlos Alcaraz, Aryna Sabalenka, Coco Gauff and Madison Keys, sent a joint letter to all 4 Grand Slams demanding a larger share of revenue and stronger welfare programs such as pensions, health care, and maternity pay. While the ATP and WTA contribute about $80 million annually to player benefits, the Grand Slams offer none. Talks between player representatives and slam executives at Roland Garros and Wimbledon stalled when officials refused to share financial details or commit to reforms. Further discussions at Wimbledon in July were described as polite but unproductive. More. Coco Gauff, Jannik, Carlos Alcaraz and others issue second letter to Grand Slams, months after private meeting. The WTA Players' Council also proposed a more balanced prize structure to favor earlier round players, but Wimbledon rejected it. A similar exchange with the US Open organizers in August, despite their record $84.6 million purse, ended the same way. Though Novak Djokovic, founder of the PTPA, is not part of the group behind these recent letters, his organization's ongoing antitrust lawsuit against the ATP, WTA, and ITF has further complicated negotiations. The PTPA alleges the governing bodies manipulate prize money and rankings to suppress competition.